30-year-old Shay Sorrells. She was a contestant on The Biggest Loser. She actually entered the show weighing in at 476 pounds, and she lost 170 pounds on the show. And she's planning on losing an additional 100 pounds by eating Subway sandwiches.
Okay. Oh, Jared.
So she is going to be the new 2010 spokesperson for Subway sandwiches. Jared has fallen off the wagon. I hope that he will get back into his sandwich eating routine and lose those extra pounds.
Is the founder of Subway the same guy who runs Beautiful People?
Probably, who knows. Well, Subway's crazy because this is what Subway is planning on doing. They're planning on paying Shay $1,000 for every pound she loses eating Subway sandwiches.
And she's at what, 306 now?
She is,
she was 476.
yes, she is at 306 now. She wants to lose an additional 100 pounds, so she's going to be 206. So if she really loses those 100 pounds, she will make $100,000 off this Subway.
And this is what she hasn't done the show yet. She's gonna do this on the show, so it's like a dual thing. She's getting the Biggest Loser publicity, or did she already do that?
She's already been on The Biggest Loser. I'm sorry, she hasn't been on the show's finale. So she's gonna appear on the show's season 9 finale, and hopefully by then she'll lose the 100 pounds, the extra 100 pounds.
$1,000 a pound.
I know.
Is it that hard? I mean, is that easy to think about? I mean, is that extra motivation? Because I know that, like, a lot of times when people have that so much weight on them, it's, of course, it's the eating and the bad habits and the lack of exercise. Is that the kind of thing that makes people do it? I don't know. I mean, because then there's other factors that go into the reason why they got that big in the first place. Now you're fighting multiple battles within yourself. I think it's a good idea.
I think it's a good idea too.
I mean,
I don't think that, first of all, let me just note for the record, I don't think the Subway diet is a realistic diet plan. She's going to do it, and she's going to experience the exact same thing Jared did. She's going to get sick of the sandwiches, she's going to stop eating them, and she's going to blow up.
We're looking at $100,000 though.
I know. I think that she should milk it for what it's worth. Make that $100,000 and then ditch the sandwiches and go on a real diet plan where you know that you can follow the diet routine for the rest of your life and not worry about falling off a wagon. The Subway diet does work, okay? It's not realistic because you're not going to do it forever, and as soon as you eat something different, you're going to gain that weight back, right? Yeah. But when you eat Subway sandwiches, and they're very specific Subway sandwiches, like the veggie sub or the turkey sub, you know, no cheese and no mayo.
I can get the feta and the mayonnaise.
No feta, no mayonnaise, no teriyaki chicken, no roast beef. I mean, no Philly cheesesteak, none of that stuff.
It's basically just the lettuce and the tomatoes.
It's basically the healthiest sandwich on the planet. Like,
can you have onions?
Nothing. Yeah, you can have onions. Like, you can have all the veggies you want. You can have the standard cold cuts like turkey and ham, and you can have roast beef, but no mayo, no extra cheese, none of that stuff. Anyway. But all you do is you restrict your caloric intake, and yeah, the pounds will drop off, even if you don't work out. As long as you restrict your eating, you're going to lose that weight, but that's not the healthiest way to lose weight. If you don't work out and you're just restricting your caloric intake, you're going to turn into mush.
Oh, I mean, because the people who are going to buy into this are going to think that. And when she's actually probably going to be doing it the healthy way.
Yeah, I think she's definitely going to work with the trainer. I have no doubt about that. In fact, I think this article talks about her trainer. His name is Bob.
Does this make you like Biggest Loser any better? I know you and Jank absolutely hate the Biggest Loser show.
I don't absolutely hate it. He absolutely hates it. What I don't like about it is they make them appear in either shirtless or in their sports bra, and I feel like that's just a way for everyone to like point and laugh at them and gain ratings, and I hate that. But the show itself, I think, has good intentions. Okay.
Because I remember Jank didn't think they had good intentions at all.
Yeah.
At the whole time they're snickering.
I think Jank takes it a little personally.
I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking it to myself when we first went over The Biggest Loser. I was like, I probably shouldn't tell me. Probably going, they shouldn't put me on stage without my shirt on.
You know that's going through his mind.
He's watching right now.